back with the September flip through. Decided to jazz it up with stickers this time because why not? Stickers are awesome. So I started off strong. As I mentioned before, I love typography. I actually have my degree in graphic design, and I think that utilizing type or typography in certain ways is really effective and really fun, for me at least. So I just really enjoy pursuing that. I found this quote online and I tried to reverse search it, but I couldn't find anyone to attribute it to. But it says, being an artist means forever healing your own wounds and at the same time, endlessly exposing them. Now, to me, this really struck me as being true. It's just something that I've been learning about myself and my creative process recently. And yeah, it really struck with me, and I decided to immortalize it here. I used my new Pentel brush pens, and I think the colors are really fun. Here I have more hand practice and the gel highlighters. I just really love the contrast of the colors and how bright I can get them. I have another practice piece, just kind of drawing hands for fun. Again, gel highlighters, love the bright colors. For this spread and the previous spread, I actually have speed videos over on my TikTok and Instagram. For this spread, I really just wanted to experiment more with the continuous line process, and I immortalized my favorite painters. I did the ink blobs in Dr. Bombay's India ink, I believe, and let that dry. And then I went in with my Pentel, I think, brush pen on this one, and a more fine-tipped micron-like, but not micron pen on the right-hand side. Just some more typography, because 2020, am I right? But like, why though? I was really feeling some kind of way, clearly. This, I like to utilize a website called Unsplash, and I'll link it below. They have free photos that you can use, and they're really great quality. I decided to look up some portraits and just practice some more continuous lines. Whenever I do double page spread, it always seems like the first one is definitely an experiment and just kind of like getting warmed up. And the right one, I always enjoy a little bit better, but it's just a personal preference. And this is just something that I think it's really beneficial, at least for me, to remember. I am grateful. This is a quick portrait of my boyfriend with the gel highlighters. Don't exactly know what's going on there, but the colors are fun. Just experimenting with some colored pencils. It's the Coal Erase from Prismacolors. And I really enjoy the Tucson red, or the Tuscan red rather. And just Gil practicing his guitar, and then there's Jolie for little chicken legs. Some more continuous line practice. Again, first one, warm up, it's supposed to be Kristen Bell. And I have Neil deGrasse Tyson over here on the right. I really enjoyed the process of both of these, and I think his eyeballs are really effective. This is a dual spread. Again, I have videos on my TikTok and my Instagram. I did the shapes first. A little bit sad initially that this red kind of bled through over here, but after living with it, I just kind of like the effect, and that's okay. Things happen. So I decided to do Ruth Bader Ginsburg on the left, and then I went in with some white and gold gel pen just to kind of give some contrast or some highlights. And this side, I have Sir Ian McKellen. I really had fun with this one. I did some black pens, and I had two different shades of gray of my favorite pastel brush markers. just to kind of like add some contrast. And then I went in with some white gel pen again for some highlights, and I just really enjoyed these drawings. This is a self-portrait practice. I really enjoy drawing portraits. I always say I'm not a realist drawer or painter, so usually when I draw people, I think it sort of captures their essence, but for some reason I have the hardest time drawing myself. But about a year or two ago, I did a month-long portrait practice session with myself where every day for 1 month, I did a portrait utilizing Crayola markers, and I really enjoyed it. So I brought that back here. I used more like a rainbow of type of colors on the left, and then on the right hand side I kind of constrained my colors down a little bit, and I just had a lot of fun with this spread. Maybe one of these days I will get a self-portrait that I think looks like me, but you're your own harshest critic, you know? Here I decided to just bring in more type and the gel highlighters just because I think it's fun. This one was my first kind of time doing a spread like this, so it's definitely a little hard to read, I think. But I found a quote that really struck me, and it says, "Feminist thinking teaches us all, especially how to love justice and freedom in ways that foster and affirm life," by Bell Hooks. I liked it. This is from Tom Petty. I was listening to Wildflowers, and it's a song I've always loved. It actually reminds me of my best friend. And this lyric just kind of jumped out at me, and I decided to put it here. This side, again, I got from Unsplash, just practicing a continuous line drawing. Got a little wonky with the hands, but that's okay. That's what sketchbooks are. It took me the longest time to realize that the concept of a sketchbook isn't about perfection, it's about practice. So my goal for these sketchbooks for this year project is to just learn to have fun again and being okay with imperfection, because I know I'll never reach perfection, and I think it's a lot more freeing to just have all of these pages available to you to just kind of practice, because life's too short to be worrying about perfection. So anyway, the left-hand side was a lady kind of with her arms crossed over her chest, and she was immersed halfway in water. And this right-hand side, also from Unsplash, this really cool woman in this bright red dress, and I tried to commemorate that, but it was a really cool photo. She's pretty rad. Yeah, again, feeling something. This was just a quick couple-minute each continuous line portrait practice with the Pentel brush pens again. Really quick, just kind of doodling. I got all of these images from Unsplash again. Yeah, just had a lot of fun just trying to be loose and trying to free up the lines and just seeing where the process goes. I really enjoy watching things on Netflix from the BBC. Like, for example, I really like the series called The Midwife. They just came out with the newest season on Netflix, and I watched all of that in like under a week. This quote says, "Belief is the beginning of all things," and I really enjoyed that, and I felt the urge to portray that here. More continuous line drawings, just kind of playing with color and line, and again, just being okay with the process and just having fun and trying to be loose instead of being so concerned about perfection again. This says, other people's behavior is a message about them, not about me. It's actually a quote from my therapist. She said this quite some time ago, and it really struck me. So I have it on a post-it on the wall by my desk in my studio. And I re-noticed it again the other day, and I decided to write here. This spread is from a book that I recently got. Her name is Cleo Wade, and it says, the most powerful thing we can do with what we choose is to regularly re-choose it. And to me, that just speaks on the consistency aspect, which is a habit that I'm trying to build and work on with myself. So I just think the power of saying, I want to improve upon this, or I want to do that, by the act of you choosing to do that again and again and again, I think that's where the power lies and where the key is as well. Yeah, I'm just really curious about what my cat or my dog might dream about. This one is from a video that I found on TikTok that I thought was funny. It is from Emily Asine. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but if you have TikTok, check her out. I thought it was really funny. It's a spoof on a song from the Four Non Blondes. This is just kind of a permanent state of how I have been feeling recently. Just with everything going on, I think it speaks for itself. I recently, and by recently I mean in the past probably 2.5, 3 days, watched the entire last season of The Good Place. I really enjoyed that show. I think it's really funny, and it's been so long since I've watched the first couple seasons. I might go back and rewatch it. But this is just a fun, quick little sketch or tidbit of a part of the show that I thought was really funny. It's supposed to be Michael, and if you don't know, he is actually a fire squid in a human suit. And Eleanor said, man, fire squids are heavy. That's my sense of humor. This is another quote from The Good Place. Sean the Demon said this, and I thought it was way funnier than it had any business being, so I decided to draw that here. Side note, I actually hate spiders. And this is the last page of the September sketchbook. Another sticker, because I love the USPS and stickers. So that's September, and I'm really excited to start October and to see where everything else goes. Thanks again for joining, guys. Have a great day and see you next time. Bye.